Let's see who's here. I will give you guys a couple minutes. I am going to pick the winner, but right now I'm making coffee. So, no one's here yet. I know it's Monday. I know a lot of people are working now. They're not like me. They're not stuck at home. So hopefully we'll get some traction on this. I'm not seeing anybody log in yet, but sometimes it takes a few minutes. Hey, there's a couple people here. So, making coffee. Give me a moment. We're going to chat amongst us until we get a couple more people here. So I will announce the giveaway here momentarily. I love knives. Morning to you too. I love knives too. You guys want to see something? Yo, 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 yo. What's up, Luke Harper? We are secretly here, but it doesn't show us. There's the prototype green one. The cream almost tan one is, or the tan almost cream, I should say, is in my bedroom on my bedstand. Guys, they're coming. I got the protos. Got a bunch of giveaway stuff too. I got some stuff I really like and I'm gonna keep. If you're a member, I put up a video yesterday. It's a sneak peek of one of the knives that they sent me. 3 people. Let's wait till we get 4 or 5 people here. Let's see if we get 5 people here, and then I'll do the giveaway announcement, and then we can BS. Because I know that's what everybody came for. Let me go in here and get that RIA. I might not get 5 people. This little knife is great. It doesn't look like I'm going to get 5 people this time. I guess we got what we got. We give it a couple more minutes. So anyway, yeah. They sent me the whole box with the prototypes and a whole bunch of other stuff. Here is the tan version. It's an amazing little knife, and I'm glad we went with the thin. Some people are going to say it's too thin right there, but I'm glad we went with thinner blade stock because with that full flat grind, this thing is insane how well it cuts. I mean, literally, it's freaking nuts. Knuckin' futz. All right, I guess we got what we got. As soon as this coffee brews. Guys, keep in mind, I'm going to keep saying it every time I show this. It does not come with soft loops. These were purchased by me for the fact that I knew that it only comes with a neck chain. I wore it all day yesterday. How am I this Monday? I'm doing well. I got a bit of a tickle in my throat I got allergies. And I think between driving through the Central Valley, through all that dust and farming environment, I just screwed my allergies. There are 4 people here. So as soon as this coffee brews, we'll pick a winner. But like I said, these don't come with the soft loops. You got to purchase them, and they're not that expensive. I got these through Amazon. I think I got 3 sets for like $8 or something like that. Matter of fact, there's a set here that's a giveaway set. It's going to go as a giveaway with I'm eventually going to do a giveaway for it once I figure out they have shipped. So just a reminder, so you guys see what we're giving away. Giving away the swordfish that I modified and sharpened. There are 5 people. Okay, now we can do the giveaway. 2 lanyards, and I have some stickers somewhere that I'm trying to find, and I just can't find it. But this is a great little knife. It wasn't a real expensive knife, and I just one night wanted to see, how good my freehand grinding was, just to try and see if I could remove that swedge cleanly, and I took the entire swedge off. So this is what we're giving away. We just had somebody drop out. So coffee is done, all that brewed. I have everything set to pick the winner. So we'll just go ahead and we'll jump right into that real quick. So we're set here. I have the video up. We're going to filter duplicate entries. All right. So everything is set. I am not filtering comments based on a specific text, and I'm not adding extra entries. So we know it's fair. And We're going to go to YouTube comments. It's going to tell me how many comments we have because I know that there's a couple people. Amount of unique commenters, 37. So there's 37 comments, 37 people entered. And now, let's see here. Where's the actual? I think this is the start right here. Let's start this. And it's going to pick a winner. And that winner is going to be I Love Knives. Hey, dude. I Love Knives. You're here. You just won. You won the giveaway. So as soon as we cut from this, send me an email with your address and everything. So is anybody else having problems? Is it slow for everyone else? That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad you won because you're here. That's cool. So basically all you got to do is send me an email. I've got I think I got a couple Holt Blade Works stickers. I've got one of the other stickers. This has already been sharpened. I did use it a couple times. So, I mean, I'll take a look at it. I don't see any issues with the blade. I used it to cut some tape. Nah, there's no chips or anything. This thing is coming sharp. Please keep in mind, you can see it right now. It's clean. D2 has a tendency to, D2 does rust. It's rusty. I have coated it with a layer of WD-40. I may put some Vaseline or something on it because shipping, it's gonna be in hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So if it does come a little rusted or a little patinaed, just use some Brasso and clean it up. That's what I do. That's what I do with the D2 does. I love D2, but it does have a tendency to patina a little bit. And if it's a knife you want to keep and put in a collection, you're just gonna have to oil it, which this is not that kind of knife. I mean, it might be. You might want to just stick it in a case. But the two lanyards, handmade lanyards, I got these. These were made by a friend of mine, and he said, "Hey, I got a handful of lanyards. Do you need them?" I think I've got like 3 more. I was like, I'll take them. I'll put them on the channel, and I never did. And then he came back to me. He's like, "Don't worry about it. I'm not doing that anymore." He was doing it like a side business. He's like, "There's no money in it." He's like, "I pay more for the." He's like, "I pay more for the 550 cord, and wasting that time than I do making money out of them because I think he was selling them for like $1 each, $5 each, something like that." So I have like 3 more of these, and he's like, "Yeah, don't worry about putting them up on your channel. I'm not doing that anymore." So, yep, Stonefish is here. I am forcing myself to carry other things. Actually, it's not that hard with this. This little motherfucker is stupid nice. And I mean, this is like the second $30, $40 price range pocket knife that I've had come in that I'm like, wow. Micarta. Now, actually, I think these are $70 retail, but I've seen them for 43 bucks. This is that Rhea, CJRB Rhea by Artisan. My coffee's a little too dark. I put a lot of coffee grounds in that. Like, I noticed it, like, I'm like, I can't even kind of see the side through the... Yeah, it's really, I put too many grounds in it. Put creamer in it, it really didn't change the color. Coffee grounds. I don't know. I'm debating working out today. I was moving some stuff around yesterday, and I pulled something in my forearm. So it's not a matter of like, oh, my shoulder hurts or anything. I got a really, really sore muscle in my forearm putting something up in the fucking garage. So I don't know if I want to try and hold on to weights right in here, right in there. So I don't know if I'm going to lift weights today. Might be a bad idea. Okay, just know it might take a while for me to actually get it out in the mail. I've got a bunch of stuff that needs to go out eventually, so... What's everybody else doing? I gotta take the dog out soon, so we'll hang out for this a little bit and then. Dude, just send it. I mean, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be for me to pick a time. I mean, if we just wait when I say it's going to be a good time, I mean, I don't have a specific time. So, I mean, when it gets here, I'll figure out with the boys when there's a time I can go to the shop and use the Ano and all that stuff. And I think we would be better off. I will give you a, let me see here. I have your phone number. I'll get in touch with you, Jeremy, after this. Or actually, you know what? Sometime today, like after noon my time, just get a hold of me. I have to talk to my doctor too. We're resubmitting my disability paperwork till September 15th. So I've got to get with him on specific information. He needs the information that the folks over there at EDD need, at the Department of Disability, the Disability Department. So there's 6 of y'all here. Yeah, so I Love Knives won and bounced because he has some stuff to do. I put up 3 videos yesterday. I intend to put another one up today. It's just a matter of, we had that trip planned, and so my body hurts. I'm not gonna lie, my body hurts from driving almost 1,100 miles in 2 days. So Nico and I got back that night, or Nico and I got back Saturday at around lunchtime. And I walk in the house. My wife and kid were asleep, taking a nap because they had went to ice skating, and then I went with Nico over to Matt's house because I had talked to Matt about some stuff. He had some stuff he wanted me to pick up. Nico had some stuff to drop off for Matt. And so we just went over there and we hung out there for a couple hours. I came home and I walked in the door, and my wife and kid had went to the beach for my daughter to do some ice skating, some sprint training on the beach, running in the sand. And I had just cooked something, and I walked into the bedroom and I turned on my computer and I finished eating. I put the bowl in the sink, and my wife came home while I was in the bathroom to come back and wash the dishes, and she was yelling at me already. I was like, I have been gone for 24, almost 48 hours. What could I possibly have done to have you yelling at me already? The sink is I was like, I literally just ate. I was like washing my hands and using the toilet. I was coming right back out to wash the 2 things that were in the sink, which was a bowl and a spoon. And you're throwing a fit because the kitchen was clean when I left. And I was like, the kitchen's still clean. There's just a bowl in the sink. Dial it down a little bit. Chris Farley, bring it down a notch or 2. Can't handle this kind of crazy already. That's what it's like to be married for 19 years. Yeah, my allergies are killing me. We drove through the Central Valley past all everything that gets grown for food in California comes from the Central Valley. And so we're driving through there, and there's dust and everything. And I have not been able to breathe since we got back. My throat was, and I was yelling at traffic and stuff like that. So we will see how that pans out. So by the time we even got back from, guys, a little piece of advice. Plot your trip and your fluid consumption based on how often you think you're going to be able to go to a rather large gas station, like a truck stop, as opposed to a smaller mom and pop top shop. Because I'm telling you right now, you're not going to use the facilities at a KFC. You're not going to use the facilities at a McDonald's. You're not going to use the facilities at a Burger King or a Jack in the Box. You know why I know this? Because every one of them had their bathrooms closed. Nico and I actually were taking a leak on a dumpster in just outside of LA because we had stopped everywhere we could find and no place had a bathroom open. CVS, they're like, oh, no bathrooms, Corona. I'm like, and people still have to use facilities when they're out in public. And so I told Nico, I was like, I'll take that ticket. I'm going to piss on this dumpster right here behind the Starbucks. I pissed on Starbucks' dumpster, mainly not because they wouldn't let us use the facilities. the lady told us, she's like, I was asked, is there any way possible that we could use the restroom? We're like 2 hours into an 8-hour drive. And she's like, oh, let me go ask my manager. She's like, it's a manager thing. She's like, I'll be right back. Locked the door. They locked the door and didn't even come out to answer us. And I'm like, you fucking twat waffles. So I pissed on their dumpster. Because I'm petty. Petty. So, yeah. This green Proto is the one I'm going to send around to some folks. I do believe it's going to go to Bobby D at the Knife Junkie podcast first. So that's going to go to the Knife Junkie podcast. But I'm going to ask Russell today, if I can get a hold of him, where he's sending the black handled Proto. So this one is not going anywhere. I love this, and it's mine. I'm sorry. I worked so hard to get this knife design out. I don't own a single one of my customs of anything. I have protos and production samples. I do not own a single one of my own knives because if you are a 1Z, 2Z custom knife maker, you know you can't keep your knives. You have to sell everything you make because that's what pays for the belts and the steel to make the next knife. These were made for me. And I actually think that they're better than my customs. I really do. I mean, not that there's like a big difference in the design or anything like that. It's just the blade stock thickness, the grind thinness, the fact that it. Yeah, I already did the drawing. I love Knives 1. So it was this and a couple of lanyards that a friend of mine had made when he was doing it. He was trying to get it done as a business and then realized he was spending more on the materials than he was making in the long run. So he makes a few just here and there for fun, but there's some nice little handmade lanyards. The black one, and then there's I don't know what you want to call that pattern. So, yeah, I love Knives 1. He's going to send me an email with address and all that stuff. So, let's see. Anybody else got anything? I got to take the dog out here in a minute, and then I think I am going to work out. My wrist is feeling. I put some Feel Better stuff on it. It hurts right down through there, but we'll see. We will see. You know what? I got tendonitis. That's what that is. Because it hurts here too. Oh, hi. You see, it's getting warm in here. I should see what today's weather is going to be like so I can plan my workout to be done in the coolest part of the day. And then I have to take my wife's car in for smog check. So, guys, the wife's car got fixed 100% for free. It was great. They were awesome about it. They got that warranty stuff taken care of. And then Nico and I took off the very next morning in my car and put almost 1,100 miles on it. Actually, with the driving around we did in town and stuff like that around Petaluma and on and off the freeway to get gas and food and stuff like that, I would say we probably put well over 1,100 miles on the car in 2 days because it's 536 miles to their shop there in Petaluma. What was wrong with the wife's car? It broke down when we did that mountain trip up to Lake Arrowhead. It broke down 6 miles from the cabin. And then when we took it, I had to get it towed. I towed it in, and the power inverter was bad. And I was looking at the price for those repairs, and I'm like, man, that's almost a $5,000 fix. I can't afford that. And then was told that no, there's a warranty extension program that covers that part for the lifetime of the car. So they just fixed it and put a new inverter in. The downside was it took them forever. I was like, guys, come on. The car arrived Monday. The part was supposed to be there Wednesday. The part wound up getting there Monday, and I still didn't get the car back until Thursday night. So There was a warranty extension program on the inverter, the part of the inverter that went bad. And so they just replaced the entire inverter. And it was like one of those things where Toyota was like, it costs less just to replace them as they come in instead of doing a full recall because not all of them go bad. You know what I mean? It was like, when they go bad, we'll fix it. But it makes more sense just to only fix the ones that go bad because I guess it was like only like a 30% failure rate or something. I have the technical service bulletin. Yeah, TSB. I have the technical service bulletin in the car, so I can tell you what exactly it was. But actually the car's not here. The car's at the wife's house, or with the wife at the ice rink, which could be considered my daughter's house. She keeps yelling at me like that. She'll have her own house. I'll build her a little one in a yard. So, yeah, that's about all that's going on with me. I can't ever tell if my hat is crooked or if my head is crooked. I think it's just that the hat bill's not rolled evenly. Let's take care of that right now. Let's cooter this all out. Get it good even. Here's the key. Here's the key. Roll it like that. Then you flip it. And you roll it like that. And then you roll it just like this. That's how you even your bill out. That's still crooked. I don't get it. I think the bill on this one was sewn on crooked. Cricket. Well, it's really cootered now. You gotta relax that a little bit. That's just a bit too much. There we go. It could just be the angle that I'm looking at the camera at because it looks perfect. No, it doesn't. No, I think the bill is a little crooked on this one. Now it bothers me. No, God damn it. Now I gotta switch hats. That's just gonna drive me nuts for a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I got a lot of hats. You guys want to see? Watch this shit. This drives my wife nuts. She's like, there are hats everywhere. So I got that hat there. I got hats in here. My Demolition Ranch hat, my daughter's hats. I got some Otay Mesa car sales, and there's some hats in here. And then we get a kick out of this one. Then out here in the garage is the repository for all the hats that don't get worn very often. It's a lot of hats, guys. I got 2 of them. A couple of those are my wife's, actually. What is this? Shinhei Korea Saipan. That one's never even been worn. It's still got a tag on it. Oh, Security Squadron 3. What else we got out here? We got my Beer Relays hat. Kumamoto, Japan. I have a lot of hats out here. Tractor Supply Company. Keg Lift Championships. Hats. I got a lot of hats and I only wear like 2. Those hats out there are covered with like a layer of dust. They probably just need thrown away. I've got boxes of hats that aren't even hanging up. I have boxes of hats from old commands and stuff, like memorabilia stuff. I have hats that I've had since I was in my teens. I have several Steelers hats. I have some of the memorial hats, like the championships hats. I have some of those in a box, like they're stored in a vacuum airtight box, like almost like a Pelican case. I have cowboy hats. I have cowboy hats upstairs. I have a cowboy hat in the living room. I have a fucking really expensive cowboy hat I won. Yeah, I have hats from here to Christmas. Like when I pass away, my wife and kid are gonna go through that stuff. Like, when did he ever think he was gonna wear these? I got like a fucking $700 fucking Resistol that I won upstairs in a box. I don't very often wear it. That's like a special occasion hat. Like you've got to be dressed specifically to wear that. I won it at a rodeo. Honestly, won it at a rodeo that I participated in. I rode in that rodeo and I won, I want to say second or third. wasn't a very big rodeo. If I took second or third in an event, saddle bronc, and at a rodeo, it was not a big rodeo. I was not that good. Let's see. Did that relax out? Yeah, that's better. This hat's way more comfortable. The reason I wear this hat all the time, probably the most comfortable hat I've ever owned. It's super comfortable. That's why I've had 2 of them. It's about time to get a third. This one starts to. I just washed it the other day. So, all right, guys. Well, that's the extent of. Yeah, kinda. It's Poor Decision Mike's. It's Poor Decision Mike's dress up hat. So you got the Poor Decision Mike everyday wear that that's the one that you see off in the distance over there, sitting on top of my speed bag. Yeah, I know I'm borrowing his shirt. Actually, I love this shirt. Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon is an Ohio-based driver that came all the way out here. I got this shirt directly from him. I was like, man, I didn't even pay for it. I was like, Brady Bacon, man, you're finally out here. I'm getting to meet you at a race. Nice. And I was like, finally get to meet you. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I finally get to meet you. I was like, I have been out here going to races for several years, and this is the first time I've gotten to meet you. And I was like, and I live 2 hours from where your home track is. And he was like, what? I told him where I was from, and he's like, come here. What size shirt you wear? He's like, hang on a second. I asked him for a bit. What size shirt you wear? And he was like, I told him like double XL. And he's like, yeah, my shirts run small, so get a triple. He's like, hang on a second. He's like, babe, hook him up. Give him a hat. I got something for you. He came out and he like gave me a bunch of candies that he got in Canada that he hadn't eaten. It was the maple sugar candies. He goes, dude, do you like these? And I was like, I love them. He's like, I can't eat them. I can't eat them. He's like, we got them on a trip one time. He's like, I can't eat them. Would you like to have these? And I was like, I think what happened was he went into his trailer to look for something he thought he had and didn't have it. And he goes, I gotta give the guy something now. He's like, I can't find one of those. There you go. That's what I think happened. But he played it off well. So, yeah, I got a free Brady Bacon shirt. Laying the Smackdown 2014 Macho Man Brady Bacon. All right, PDM is not the person that buys the shirts at the racetracks. It's 100% me. But the price they cost, I'm pretty sure he's involved. Those shirts can get pricey. A Paris Auto Speedway long sleeve shirt that I wore that one day in the video, not that expensive. I think it was like a $19 shirt. But sometimes these shirts, like racetrack shirts, like a special event, like Oval Nationals, that's like a big, if you're into sprint car, old school USAC CRA, the wingless sprints, if you're into that, Oval Nationals, that's your Super Bowl. That's your Super Bowl. That's everything combined, unless you are going to Sprint Week in Indiana. Like, that's it. Those are the 2 big ones, and they're on opposite sides of the country. There's guys that come from overseas and put their cars in containers and bring them to Oval Nationals up here at Paris Auto Speedway. So, yeah, I bought those shirts because it's a big event. Because when you go to other races, you're wearing that. Like, that's the thing. Like, you wear race shirts to places that you haven't been. Well, I don't like Outlaws. Those wing sprints, dude, it's just fucking... It's a goddamn parade. It's like a high-speed parade. Those cars cost too much for them to do the crazy shit that these guys do. The guys that I'm talking about, USAC CRA, those dudes are insane. They're insane. They do shit that those guys would never think of doing. Like, these guys are passing sideways, knocking each other around and shit. You know why? Because that's not their only job. They do that 2 weekends a month. World Outlaws guys, those guys, I won't even go. Like, I'll check the schedule. I was like, oh, World Outlaws, I'm not fucking going to that race. I'd rather watch a figure 8 crash 'em up than a fucking World Outlaws race. Chili Bowl's cool. I took the daughter to Irwindale, and we watched wingless sprints on pavement, or winged sprints on pavement. Holy shit, that was scary. Those guys were screaming around that track. It was the fastest race I've ever seen. And right at the last lap, as the guys were winning, my daughter threw up and I gave her a bunch. She can't eat popcorn. She cannot eat popcorn. I do not want to, every time she eats popcorn, she gets sick. Don't know what it is. And the only time she ever has popcorn is at a racetrack. And every time we go to the race with my buddy Clint, he gives her popcorn and Sprite and shit like that. And by the time we got home from a race, 1 o'clock in the morning, she's throwing up and my wife is mad at me. And I'm like, God damn it, it's Clint's fault. He gave her a bag of Skittles. He gave her a bag of Skittles on the way up. He gave her a Sprite when we got to the race. And at the end of the race, he gave her popcorn. It's his fault. Every time she's ever had popcorn at a racetrack, she got sick. Every time without fail. Not like sick, like I had an allergy, just like I threw up. Well, he just gets a kick out of the fact I get in trouble for it. No, it's not insane. He thinks it's funny because I'm the one that suffers the consequences. I'm the one that gets yelled at. Until the time she threw up on him. I kind of put a damper on it. I don't think there was any more popcorn after that. She threw up on him. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, there's 8 of us here. If you haven't dropped a like, I've got stuff I have to do. I am going to work out. My wrist is feeling better now that I'm up a little bit. I literally got up, got out of bed, walked out here, put on a hat. Didn't even wipe the sleep out of my eyes. I still have CPAP marks on my face. Started this. So congratulations to the winner. I Love Knives. So I Love Knives won that. He's going to send me an email, the 2 lanyards. I have other stuff to give away. As a matter of fact, some of it's sitting here. I decided to do the swordfish first before I did this one. So like I said, keep in mind, keep your eyes open for these. I told them when I approved the prototypes just to start rolling them off the production line. So it should be soon that these will be coming up available. So I can't tell you how, I mean, there's no way to describe how these perform. It is amazing. The new steel, I've tested it a bit. I am really, really happy with it. My friend from Cerberus Knives, Christian, has had it longer and been able to test it. I've been carrying this in the same steel, and I'm going to tell you right now, this thing is insane because it is shaped like a scalpel, and it is thin, but it's not as thin as this. The edge grind on this is not as thin as it is on my fixed blade. And this is stupid slicey. I've been using this just because I like it. It's not because I want you to test steel. I'm like, dude, you gave me a great knife. Pocket clip isn't this. I'm going to do a video about this, but this is not the standard pocket clip for this. So that being said, keep your eyes out. I'm going to get this out to a pass around somewhere. Like I said, I got to talk to Russell about where it's at. Keep your eyes open for review videos of the sea snake. I have one that I did that will be going up. I believe it's going to go up tomorrow. The trip video. I'm going to hold off on the trip video for a bit because I have a lot of editing to do and I have to send the actual shop part to, I have to send it to Mark Begg for him to make sure that I don't have to edit out any other sections. So that could take a while. So I've got other content I'm going to be filming. Just know the actual trip, like the drive up, is going to be like Thursday. But the actual shop video might not come up until like the following Thursday. I don't know. Guys, I promise I will get it up. But like I said, with Mark and Mattia, they've got to go through the video and make sure that there's no proprietary stuff in there that they want taken out. So, you know, they have their own process and they're working with several of our companies on some of this stuff. So just one of those things where I have to get their approval on the video before it finally goes up. Guys, I do have to go. I'm glad you hung out with me while I drank my coffee. I'm happy to be able to give something away. There will be another giveaway for the members only. Speaking of members only, I wanted to say this. I had some members drop out, and I've mentioned it in the couple videos I shot, but I thought I'd mention it right now. If you're a member and you have to drop out, I understand. I just would like to know if there's a reason why, besides just the fact like, hey, times are tight. I get it. But if you're dropping out because of lack of content or a specific thing, just let me know so that I can adjust content and things like that. So yeah, there's going to be a members only giveaway. I'm giving away a full custom knife, not one of mine, a knife that I personally have that just is never going to get used. It's a full handmade custom, stag handles. If you want to get in on those exclusive giveaways, now this giveaway is going just for the top tier members. So I'm going to do that in like a week or so to give everybody time if they want to think about it. This is like if I was selling this knife, I'd sell it. I can't here. It's proprietary, bro. Spitfire Customs. I've commented this. So many people have asked. I really can't tell you. Just know that it is along the lines of like somewhere in along the lines of like G2 steel, S35VN, S30V, like all that stuff. Like it has merits of all of those, but it is not like any of them because it's proprietary steel. It's their own blend. So I can't tell you what is in it. I can't tell you, so you can look it up and make comparisons yourself. You're just going to have to get it in hand and decide for you what it is. Now, I'm doing some weird testing with this. I wore this as a necker in the shower because it is really, really corrosion resistant. So I've been cutting things that normally would stain or patina most even stainless steels. So I will tell you, super high chromium content. Really, really, really corrosion resistant. So yeah, I took a shower. I wore it in a shower. Didn't dry it off. Got up this morning. I was like, it's got some water spots on it. Wiped them off. Nothing. No patina. I thought it had a little bit of patina, and when I wiped it off, it was soap residue that was on it. It did not discolor at all. So I've cut onions with it. I cut garlic with it. I'm going to cut meat with it. Meat usually will do that. I have some pork chops that I'm going to do that I'm going to have to cut up with it just because usually fats, animal fats will patina. If a steel is going to patina, VG10, D2, Sandvik steel, those, the second you cut meat with it, they take on a bronzish color. So it does not do that. It has not done that yet. Usually you cut onions with VG10, you'll get some discoloration. Not rust, but discoloration. D2 will really, really patina fast. Not even close. Not even close to patinaing. I'm doing the same thing with this knife. This knife, I cut it. I have used it enough. I've had to sharpen it once. And then when I put my edge on it, then I'm doing destructive testing on this steel. Cut a ton of cardboard that was out in the yard that needed to go out into the recycle bin. And it was still, it held an edge through all that cardboard really well. And then just put it on the strop, like two passes, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I was like, holy crap. Strops up really, really, really well. As long as you don't have a chip or a roll. That's the only reason I took the factory edge off. I had managed to roll it. Guys, gotta go. I gotta take the dog out. She's crossing her legs and waiting. So, love you guys. Giveaway video will come for the members probably sometime this week. And then I'll give them a lot of... Yeah, winner was announced at the very beginning. All right, guys. Take it easy. And I will talk to you next time.